The Bold and the Beautiful is a show where people often get hurt by those they trust. What Ivy Forrester did to her niece is really cruel. Ivy set in motion a plan that has all the things you would expect from a drama. People trusting the wrong person, love letters that get intercepted, special jewelry, rivals who are jealous, and big problems at work. All of this is happening because Ivy wants to control her niece Electra's life. Electra is a woman who loves Will Spencer. She thought she had something with him. What she does not know is that her Aunt Ivy has been working against her. Ivy has always been a person who walks a line between being a romantic and being a person who likes to manipulate others. This time she has gone far. Ivy came back to Los Angeles saying she wanted to help her family, Electra. It became clear that Ivy had her own plans for Electra's life. Ivy did not want Electra to be with Will Spencer. Instead, she wanted Electra to be with R.J. Forrester. Ivy started to make Electra doubt Will's intentions. She even stole a letter that Electra wrote to Will. This letter was important because it could have stopped all the things that happened. The letter that Ivy stole is a deal. It is like the thing that started the fire. Electra put her heart into that letter. She was trying to tell Will how she felt. Ivy took the letter and replaced it with a broken necklace. The necklace was special because it was supposed to be unbreakable. It broke just like the trust between Electra and Will. Will Spencer did not mean to hurt Electra. He wanted to talk to her and fix things. When he saw her with RJ, he thought she had moved on. What he did not see was Electra pushing RJ away. She was trying to tell him that she did not want to be with him. Will did not see that. All he saw was Electra and RJ together. Electra thought Will did not want her anymore. She saw the necklace and thought it was a sign that Will was done with her. So when RJ hugged her, she let him. Then RJ kissed her and Electra was confused. She did not want to be with RJ. She still loved Will. The only person who knew what Ivy did was Daphne. Daphne saw Ivy take the letter. She did not know what it meant until later. When Daphne found out what happened, she was angry. She knows that Ivy has been playing games with people's lives. When Daphne confronts Ivy, it will be a moment. Ivy is scared because she knows she has been caught. She is not the person she used to be. She is scared that everyone will find out what she did. If Ivy gets in trouble, it will not just be because she is a person. It will be because she tried to control Electra's life. She said she was trying to protect Electra. Really, she was just trying to get what she wanted. The big question is whether Electra can forgive herself for doubting Will. She was so quick to think he did not want her. It was all a lie. Ivy made her think that. Electra needs to learn to trust herself and not let other people control her life. In the end, Ivy might have to leave Los Angeles. She might get fired from her job. She might just leave because she is ashamed. Either way, it will be a deal. The whole town will be talking about it. What happened between Ivy and Electra is a reminder that sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones we trust. They are the ones who say they want what is best for us. Really, they just want what they want. The Bold and the Beautiful is a show that's full of surprises. Sometimes the worst betrayals start with a whisper. They start with doubts and instincts that seem protective but slowly turn into control. This is what happened with Ivy Forrester and her niece Electra. What started as guidance turned into manipulation. Now the whole Forrester family is going to feel the effects. Ivy Forrester never thought of herself as a person. She thinks she is a protector. She believes she knows what love is and what can hurt someone. To Ivy, Will Spencer is a risk. He is unstable, has divided loyalties. Instead of talking to Electra about her concerns, Ivy did something that hurt everyone. She interfered in Electra's relationship with Will. She did things that cannot be easily fixed. Electra Forrester is not a girl. She is 21 years old, knows what she wants. She loves Will Spencer, thinks their relationship is real. Love is not simple, especially when it involves the Forrester and Spencer families. When Ivy started making Electra doubt Will Electra listen because Ivy is her aunt. Family is important. Ivy used that to manipulate Electra. The thing that changed everything was when Ivy took the letter Electra wrote to Will. That letter was special because it had Electra's feelings. She wrote about her fears and her love for Will. Ivy took the letter and hid it. She put a necklace in its place. The necklace was a symbol of rejection. It made Electra think that Will did not care about her. Will Spencer did not mean for the necklace to hurt Electra. He wanted to fix it and give it back to her. Ivy used it to make Electra think that Will did not love her. When Will did not show up for their meeting, Electra thought it was because he did not care. Really, he did not get the letter and did not know what was going on. The timing of everything was bad. Electra was sad. RJ Forrester tried to comfort her. He kissed her. Electra said no. Will saw the kiss. Thought Electra had moved on. He did not see that she had said no. He did not hear her say that it was a mistake. Daphne is the person who knows what really happened. She saw Ivy take the letter. At first she did not think much of it. When Electra told her what happened, Daphne realized that Ivy had done something very wrong. Daphne is in a position. She has to decide whether to tell the truth or keep quiet. When Daphne talks to Ivy, it will be a confrontation. Ivy will try to threaten Daphne into keeping quiet. Daphne is not alone. She is married to Carter Walton. They tell each other everything. If Daphne tells Carter what happened, he will not keep it a secret. Carter works at Forrester Creations. This makes things more complicated. Ivy did what she did at work. That is a problem. Steffi Forrester, who is the co-CEO, will not tolerate manipulation at work. If she finds out what Ivy did, Ivy could lose her job. The important part of this story is Electra. When she finds out the truth, she will be very hurt. She will realize that she trusted Ivy over Will. She will be angry, feel guilty. Ivy did not just lie to her. She manipulated her, hurt her. When Electra confronts Ivy, it will be a scene. Electra will be angry, hurt. She will ask Ivy why she did what she did. Ivy will try to justify her actions. Electra will not accept it. Ivy will say that she was trying to protect Electra. Electra will know that is not true. Will's reaction to the truth will be complex. He will be relieved that Electra did not leave him for RJ. He will also be hurt that Electra doubted him. If Electra tells him the truth and apologizes, they might be able to work things out. They might even become stronger because they went through this together. As for Ivy, she will probably have to leave Los Angeles. She could get a job at Forrester International in Paris. Get fired from Forrester Creations. She could choose to leave on her own because she cannot face Electra and the rest of the family. This story is not about Ivy leaving Los Angeles. It is about Electra becoming independent and making her decisions. It is about Will learning to be patient and understanding. It is about the Forrester family dealing with the consequences of Ivy's actions. The confrontation between Electra and Ivy will be one of the scenes of the year. Ivy will try to justify what she did. Electra will not accept it. Electra will be angry, hurt, and she will make Ivy see that what she did was wrong. Will. Electra might be able to work things out if they talk about what happened and forgive each other. It will not be easy. They will have to deal with the hurt and the doubt that Ivy created. Ivy's exit from the show will be dramatic. She could leave Los Angeles, go to Paris, or get fired from her job. She could choose to leave on her own because she cannot face the people she hurt. Whatever happens, it will be a deal. It will be a reminder that, on the bold and the beautiful, actions have consequences. What makes this story so compelling is that it feels real. A lot of people know what it is like to trust someone and then get hurt. They know what it is like when family members do not respect their boundaries. They know what it is like to think the worst about someone they care about. The broken necklace and the stolen letter are things that happen in the story, but the feelings behind them are real. Electra is really upset, Will is heartbroken, Daphne has to make a choice, and Ivy is really scared. All of these feelings are things that people can understand. If Ivy has to leave Forrester Creations because of what she did, it will not just be because she is a person. It will be a reminder that sometimes people try to control others and say it is because they care. If Ivy comes back someday and has changed, she will have to be honest about what she did. Until then, what happens next will change the way people interact with each other in Los Angeles. The big question is not just if Electra will stop being friends with Ivy. It is if Electra can forgive herself for not believing Will. In the world of daytime drama, people are always keeping secrets and scheming. Sometimes the worst hurt comes from the people who are supposed to be looking out for us. Our family members. They often think they know what is best for us. The Bold and the Beautiful is a show that has always been about love and the problems that come with it, like pride and family getting in the way. The story with Ivy Forrester and her betrayal of Electra is really deep and emotional. It is not about Ivy taking a letter or making someone think something that is not true. It is about Ivy hurting her niece on purpose, which's a big deal. Ivy Forrester is played by Ashley Brewer. She is not a person who does bad things just to be mean. She is scared. She is scared that Electra will get hurt, that the same bad things that happened before will happen again. Ivy has seen a lot of things happen in Los Angeles, like people cheating on each other and relationships falling apart. So she thought she was helping by stepping in. But what she did not understand is that trying to protect someone without asking them is not really protection, it is control. Control can destroy trust. Electra Forrester is played by Linnea Grace. She is a kind of Forrester, someone who is creative and wants to make her own way in life. She is not a kid anymore, she is 21. Trying to figure out love and adulthood. Her relationship with Will Spencer felt real, not a crush. They connected because they were both vulnerable and wanted to prove themselves. That is why Ivy's interference hurt much. It made Electra feel like she could not make her decisions. The letter that Ivy took is like a symbol of Electra not being able to speak for herself. When Ivy took that letter, she took away Electra's voice. The letter was a way for Electra to be honest and fix things before they got worse. Ivy replaced it with a broken necklace, which made it look like Will did not care. The necklace was special because it was supposed to be unbreakable. It broke. That shows that nothing is really unbreakable, not trust or family. Will Spencer is played by Crew Morrow. He is confused. He thought he and Electra were working things out. Then he saw her with RJ Forrester. He did not see that she was trying to push RJ, he just saw that she was with him. That made him think that maybe he was not good enough for her. That image stuck with him. Even if the truth comes out, it will take time for him to get over it. RJ Forrester is played by Joshua Hoffman. He made things worse. He did not plan it. He kissed Electra because he still had feelings for her and he saw a chance. What he did was not as bad as what Ivy did. RJ acted on his emotions. Ivy planned everything. That will matter when the truth comes out and Electra figures out who really hurt her. The important part of this story is Daphne, played by Muriel Hilaire. She saw Ivy take the letter. She knows the truth. She is torn between being loyal to her friend Ivy and doing what is right. She knows that if she tells the truth, it could cause a lot of problems. If she stays quiet, she will be keeping a secret that could hurt a lot of people. Daphne's husband, Carter Walton, is played by Lawrence St. Victor. He is important because he works with the Forresters. If Daphne tells him what she knows, it could become a problem for the company. The Forresters are very proud of their name. They do not like it when people do bad things. So if Ivy's actions become public, it could hurt the company. Steffi Forrester is played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood. She is a leader and she will not tolerate people doing bad things. If she finds out what Ivy did, she will be very upset. She might even fire Ivy. Make her leave the company. That would be a deal for Ivy because she would be losing her job and her family would be upset with her. The confrontation between Electra and Ivy will be very emotional. Electra will be angry, hurt, and she will want to know why Ivy did what she did. Ivy might try to explain herself. Electra will not accept it. She will know that Ivy was trying to control her, not help her. This story is important because it shows that love is not always easy. Sometimes people do things to each other even if they do not mean to. The only way to make things right is to be honest and talk about what happened. Ivy's actions will have an impact on everyone, and they will all have to deal with the consequences. In the end, this story is about love and how it can survive when things are tough. Electra and Will have to work through their problems and forgive each other. Ivy will have to deal with what she did and try to make things right. The whole Forrester family will have to figure out how to move forward and heal. Ivy Forrester's decision to intrude in Electra's love life isn't simply a plot twist designed to produce temporary chaos. It is a catalyst that exposes fault lines in family fidelity, romantic trust, commercial ethics, and particular identity. The deeper this bow unfolds, the clearer it becomes that Ivy's treason is lower about covetousness and further about control, heritage, and fear of impertinence. And when that verity detonates in the middle of Forrester creations, the consequences will be seismic. Ivy Forrester, portrayed by Ashley Brewer, has always enthralled an intriguing position within the Forrester dynasty. She's family, yet frequently supplemental. She has loved passionately, yet infrequently ended up chosen. She has floated near the center of power without completely commanding it. Electra's appearance in Los Angeles shifted that dynamic. Suddenly Ivy had purpose again, not just as a developer, but as a tutor, companion, and defensive aunt. But protection can snappily come possession when someone ties their own worth to another person's choices. Ivy's subtle steering of Electra down from Will Spencer began as exemplary advice. It escalated into manipulation when Electra didn't misbehave. Electra Forrester, played by Linnea Grace, represents independence in its raw form. She's talented, ambitious, and unafraid to fall deeply in love. Her love with Will Spencer wasn't reckless. It was purposeful. She saw in Will someone who understood the weight of an important surname and the scrutiny that comes with it. They were erecting commodity embedded in honesty, at least until Ivy interposed. When Electra wrote that letter to Will, she was choosing vulnerability over pride. She was choosing communication over dubitation. Ivy's theft of that letter represented further than sabotage. It was a rejection of Electra's autonomy. Will Spencer, portrayed by Crew Morrow, isn't vulnerable to instability. Growing up in the Spencer route means constantly being measured against a larger-than-life heritage. His relationship with Electra felt like commodities separate from commercial contest or family anticipation. It was predicated, hopeful. Seeing Electra kissing RJ shattered that stopgap in a single second. The image lodged in his mind like a chip. Indeed, if he latterly learns that the kiss was unwanted, the original sting will loiter. Trust damaged by misapprehension is fragile. RJ Forrester, played by Joshua Hoffman, adds another subcast of complexity. RJ's passions for Electra have coddled beneath the face. His kiss may have been impulsive, but it wasn't accidental. In that moment he saw vulnerability and acted on desire. When Will witnessed it, RJ came the unintended devisee of Ivy's scheme. Yet RJ may soon find himself facing counter-reaction, not because he colluded the misreading, but because he subsidized on it. Electra's establishment rejection of his advance proves her fidelity, but the optics are delicate to abolish. The emotional pivot of this plot lies with Daphne, portrayed by Muriel Hilaire. Daphne's moral awakening is pivotal. When she saw Ivy slip the letter into her bag, she tasted mischief but demanded environment. Once Electra explained her heartache, the missing letter, the broken choker, the missed meeting, the full picture surfaced. Daphne realized she was holding the missing piece of a ruinous mystification. Her decision to defy Ivy isn't simply about exposing wrongdoing. It's about choosing integrity over convenience. Ivy's response to Daphne's battle reveals how far she has fallen. Pitfalls replace charm. Fear replaces confidence. She warns Daphne to stay silent, to mind her own business. But silence would make Daphne complicit. And Daphne's marriage to Carter Walton, portrayed by Lawrence St. Victor, complicates matters further. Carter isn't just her hubby. He's a pillar within Forrester Creations' leadership structure. However, what began as romantic sabotage morphs into a commercial ethics issue, if Daphne confides in him. Forrester Creations has always been a stage where particular and professional collide. Steffi Forrester, portrayed by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, understands this privately. As co-CEO, she has survived reproach, treason, and romantic chaos. But she also enforces boundaries when necessary. However, Steffi may view it as a liability if she learns that Ivy manipulated company space and time to orchestrate emotional detriment against her own bastard. The brand's image matters. Plant trust matters. Allowing Ivy to remain unbounded could gesture weakness. The battle between Electra and Ivy will probably unfold in dramatic stages. At first, unbelief. Electra may refuse to accept that her aunt would deign so low. Also wrathfulness. Raw, undressed wrathfulness at having her heart played like a chess piece. Eventually, clarity. The consummation that Ivy's conduct were about control, not watch. Electra may relate every moment she defended Ivy's reservations to Will. Every argument embedded in lost trust. That tone mindfulness will hurt, but it'll also empower her. Ivy's apologies will probably center on fear. She may argue that she saw advising signs at Will's house involving Dylan. She may contend that she wanted to cover Electra from demotion. But protection without concurrence becomes manipulation. And manipulation fractures connections permanently. Indeed, if Ivy leaves Los Angeles still, maybe reassigned to Forrester International in Paris, the emotional scar she leaves behind won't fade snappily. Will and Electra's path forward hinges on modesty. Both made hypotheticals. Electra believed the worst when she saw the broken choker. Will believed treason when he saw the kiss. Neither broke long enough to demand explanation before retreating into hurt pride, however. They must rebuild trust slip-up by slip-up, if they choose to fight for their relationship. The verity about Ivy may clear the fog, but remission requires deliberate trouble. There's also the broader theme of generational hindrance. The Forrester and Spencer families have a long history of elders poking in youngish connections. Ivy's conduct echoed that pattern. By trying to wangle a romantic